This is Chris, strat-o-matic, Delaware. We are bringing you the next installment in the 2017 Dead Ball League. This game is between the 1905 New York Giants at 3-7, trying to claw their way out of the cellar, playing against the tied for second 1909 Detroit Tigers. So without any further ado, let's go through the lineups for the Giants. Starting in center field, Mike Donlin. Third baseman, Art Devlin. Sam Mertz at left, batting fourth. George Brown, right fielder. Dan McGann is first. Roger Bresnahan, catcher, is batting sixth. Sammy Strang, second baseman, is seventh. Bill Dolan, shortstop, eighth. Starting on the hill for the Giants, Joe McGinnity. He will be batting ninth. And for the Tigers, Donnie Bush, shortstop, leading off with Sam Crawford, center fielder, batting second. Ty Cobb, right fielder, batting third. George Moriarty on third. He will be batting fourth. First bagger, Tom Jones. And then catcher Oscar Stanage batting sixth in the order. Matty McIntyre, left fielder, batting seventh. Jim Delahanty at second, batting eighth. And Ed Summers, starting on the hill for the Tigers, will be batting last in the order. So all I need to do is get my dice out, because I didn't get my dice out. There they are. I've got my dice tower. I shouldn't need backups, but I know where they are. So no one in the chat yet. That's fine. Let's just get some game going. Leading off, Turkey Donlin. That's going to be a 4-7 strikeout right from the gate. Ed Summers sends one down swinging. Next up, Art Devlin, third baseman. That is a 6-2 hard grounder hit back to the box. Summer gets it over to Jones for out number 2. Sam Mertz, left fielder. 4-4, catcher's card X. Stanage is a 3 with a 19. That is going to be roll the 20 again. 11, and pops it up behind home plate. Stanage gets underneath it, makes the easy catch of the pop-up. 3 away. Giants score nothing in the top of the first. Chat room still empty. Let's just keep going. All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning. Joe McGinnity on the hill for the Giants. Donnie Bush, shortstop, leading off for the Tigers. McGinnity gets the signal in from Bresnahan. Here is the windup and the pitch. 3-11, and Bush leads off with a walk. Bush is on first. They're going to hold him, which is going to take him down to a AA is 15, 1-11 safe. So he's not going to try anything yet. Sam Crawford, 3-14 batter. He's going to swing at it. Oh, fly ball to center field. Back goes Donlin. Underneath it, makes the catch. 1 away. Surprising. Usually that is back to the box because that is an injury play in a designated hitter league. And a lot of times in National League, the pitchers, that's a back to the box. That's a ground ball pitcher B. Very surprised it was anything other than that. It's the first time I've seen that. Little factoid for you for strat-o-matic. Basic. Ty Cobb, 1 away. Donnie Bush on first. Being held. That is a 4-6, and Cobb goes down swinging at the knee cheese. 2 away. They're taking the hold off of Bush. Bush is going to try to steal second. Bush is going to make it. So Moriarty with a man on second. McGinnity looking to get out of the inning. 1-12. That is a foul out by Moriarty to end the inning. Possible injury. Let's roll that again. 13. He's going to be out for this and the rest of the series. So let me fix that before we go any further. Moriarty is going to be hurt for the rest of the series. Oh, my goodness. All right, we need a third baseman. Who are we going to put in? I think we're going to put in Charlie O'Leary. He's right there saying, do it, do it, do it. O'Leary, and I see Dave S. I see Higher Ground Gaming. I see Mark Forsberg. Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to the chat. George Moriarty just got injured on a foul out, bottom of the first. So Charlie O'Leary will be coming in for him. We are tied after one. Giants trying to claw out of the cellar. They are 3-7. Tigers are 6-4. Tied for second. I have been keeping an eye on your 1905 replay, Eric. I really have, man. It's pretty cool to see how that goes with the Giants. Because I'll tell you what, I've come to really love and respect the 1905 Giants. I really have. I love this team. Top of the second, George Brown, right fielder, fourth in the order, leading off for the Giants, 4-8, and that's going to be a single for Brown. Leads off the inning with a base knock. Dan McGann, first baseman. 3-4, grounder back to the box, able to get Brown at second, can't make the turn. Bill Dolan can't make the turn to McGann, so that's going to be a 1-6 fielder's choice for McGann. One out, first baseman is on first. Both first basemen are on first. Catcher Bresnahan, Roger Bresnahan, 3-9, draws a walk. So we got men at first and second. Ed Summers got a man in scoring position on his bases. Just dropped the red die. Wow. Imagine that. Me dropping a die, what are the odds? And then I kicked it Lord knows where. Okay, I got back up. I got 20 little red die. Here we go. Roger Bresnahan walked. Dropped die, distracted me. Men on first and second. Sammy Strang facing Ed Summers. 1-12. Grounder to third. They are able to get Bresnahan going to second. Strang on the fielder's choice. McGann makes it to third. Strang, possible injury. 4. He's going to shake it off and stay on base. All righty. 2 outs. Bill Dolan, shortstop, comes to the plate. Defense can be a little shaky time, though. Yeah, lots of speed. Fantastic small ball team. The whole era, fantastic small ball era, which is why I like dead ball baseball. And yes, while we're here, 2 channels are on. Higher Ground Gaming, Eric, and his co-host, Mr. Brody. He is doing some really good. Aaron Stratdell, 2 bases awarded to New York. Huh? You distracted me. Anyway, Eric, Higher Ground Gaming, fantastic channel. Doing a lot of PC recreations of sports. He's doing currently a 1905 action PC baseball recreation for the Giants. Check his channel out. Dave S. He's got some good hockey stuff on his channel. He is my muse of the ice rink. Check out his channel as well. Dave S. Beats, how's it going? Let's finish this second inning. Shortstop, Bill Dolan. Top of the second anyway. 2-6 fly ball to left field. Matty McIntyre gets underneath it. That is out number 3. Third, Giants cannot convert it into a run. Go to the bottom of the second. And I know I'm going to knock that over. I better move it now before I get any further. Tigers are coming up. That's a good place for that. Leading off, first baseman Tom Jones. 6-3 fly ball to right field. That's going to be George Brown. X result with a 2. Got a 15. George Brown. And it falls in front of him. It's a single, and he throws it past a cutoff man, makes it all the way to third. Jones is going to run to second. They're going to charge Brown with a throwing error. So single, E9, all the same play. Tom Jones is on second base. None out. Catcher Oscar Stanage at the plate. Jones is a decent runner. Stanage, a 262 batter. He's going to lay it down. 6. And he does so in front of first base. Jones gets a huge jump. Devlin's not able to do anything. Gets it over to McGann. So that is going to, or to, I'm sorry, Strang covering. So that's 5-4 sack. 1 out, man on third for the Tigers. Matty McIntyre, left fielder, comes to the base. Thank you. Appreciate it, Eric. E2, Strat Delaware. I'm going to have to remember to do that. However many dice I drop or whatever it comes up on the floor. Yeah, E whatever, Strat Delaware. Thank you. I like that. I'm going to use that. 1-6, Matty McIntyre, left fielder, hard grounder hit to first. Looks like McGann is able to check Jones at third. Trots over, makes the play himself. That's 2 away. Joe Delahanty, second baseman. 8th in the order. 2 outs, bottom of the second, 4-8, and that's going to be a 2-star single for Joe McGinnity. However, with the error, that's going to be an unearned run. Two circles. But it is a run nonetheless, and the Tigers take the lead. Ed Summers comes up to the plate. 4-4, grounder to third, X. That's going to be Devlin at a 3 with a 15, and that's going to be a 1-base error. That's going to get Delahanty to second. Two errors in 1 inning. All righty. Donnie Bush back at the top of the order, shortstop. 3-4, fly ball to right field. Brown gets underneath it, redeems himself, makes that play. Ends the inning. However, the Tigers do take the lead, 1-0. Go to the top of the third. Ed Summers still on the hill for the Tigers, facing Joe McGinnity, his rival of the evening. Leading off the top of the third, pitcher versus pitcher. Fly ball to left field. That is going to be McIntyre with a 2 and a 16. McIntyre comes charging in, gets underneath the lazy fly ball, makes the catch. 1 away. Mike Donlin, center fielder. Here's the pitch from Summers, 6-9, and catches the single split. So the center fielder is on base, Turkey Donlin. Bob Franklin, good evening. Glad you could make it here, sir. Glad you could make it. He says he just rolled 2 games of Strat baseball. There is no escape because you're getting ready to watch 2 more. Devlin is at the plate. Turkey Donlin on first. They're going to hold Donlin and at least take him down to 111. He's not going to try anything. Devlin, the pitch from Summers, 5-4, fly ball to center. That's going to be Crawford at a 2 with a 17. Crawford gets underneath it, makes the catch deep. Donlin is able to make it to second base. Be 2 outs, man in scoring position. Sam Mertz. All right, Mark, have a great evening. Glad you can make it, man. Take care. Here is the pitch from Summers. 3-5, single for Mertz. 2 outs. Donlin is a 118 running. They're going to send him. He makes it. Tie ball game. Giants tie it up. Gets 2 with 2 outs, 116 to 118 running. George Brown, right fielder, man on first. Summers would like to get out of the inning, not let him extend it, and he does just the opposite. 2-star double for Brown. Mertz gets around to third. Dan McGann comes up, 2 runners in scoring position. Summers looking at McGann, looking at Bresnahan. Going to pitch to McGann. 2-7 and a walk to load the bases. Even if he had walked him, he'd still be in this fix. Loaded bases, top of the third. 2 outs. Giants with a chance to take a big lead here. Bresnahan, a 302 batter, and pick your poison with him and McGann. Same either way. 3-7. Draws a walk. Walks in a run. Giants take a 2-1 lead. Next up is Sammy Strang, second baseman, 259 batter. Summers really wants to do this, get out of the inning. 4-6, fly ball to center field. Crawford is underneath it, slaps his glove, and lets gravity do the rest. Falls in for the catch. However, the Giants do score 2 runs, top of the third. Go to the bottom of the third. Giants with a 1-run lead. Sam Crawford leading off. Second in the order, the center fielder is. That's a 6-2 fly ball to left field. Easy play for Sam Mertz. Gets underneath it, 1 away. I'm not surprised. Bresnahan was just, higher ground gaming. He is running an 05 Giants project right now, and he can testify to what this team is capable of. He really can. So I'm going to let him do all the talking about the Giants in the chat room for me. Ty Cobb, 1 out, bottom of the third. And that glorious bastard from Georgia gets on base. He's on first. They're going to put the hold on him. Takes him 1-13. He's going to steal second. Oh! Thrown out by Bresnahan. Oh, Ty Cobb has just not been doing that well rolling for the stolen bases. He really has not. Yeah, and you can see their D in the outfield. You've got Donlin at 2, Mertz at 3, Brown at 2. So mediocre defense in the outfield. Charlie O'Leary subbing for the injured George Moriarty at third. 2 outs, bottom of the third. 6-4 goes down swinging at the knee cheese. Tigers score no runs. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Giants harbor a 2-1 lead. I can hardly wait. A little over about 2.5 weeks to opening day, guys. Can hardly wait. Bill Dolan, shortstop, 8th in the order. I'm so looking forward to going up there. 2-8, hard grounder hit to short. Bush to Jones for out number 1. Joe McGinnity at the plate facing Ed Summers. 6-9 and catches a single split. McGinnity is on base. Going to bring in Mike Turkey Donlin, the center fielder. 3-3 grounder hit to second. Looks like Delahanty gets it to Bush in plenty of time. He makes the turn over to Jones. They double up on McGinnity, and Summers gets out of the game. 4-6-3. Gets out of the inning, rather. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. New York Giants. In the field, Joe McGinnity on the hill, first baseman Tom Jones singled, reached second on an error, reached third on a sacrifice, and scored a run his first time up. 6-11, the pitch from McGinnity, hard grounder hit to first, and that's McGann's going to trot it over. We'll mark out a 3U for out number 1. Oscar Stanage. 5-4 fly ball to right field. George Brown gets underneath it, makes the catch. 2 away. Left fielder Matty McIntyre, 7th in the order. Bottom of the 4th. 5-5 pops it up behind short. Bill Dolan gets underneath it and makes the play. So that is going to be 1-2-3 go the Tigers. And go to the top of the 5th. Giants do have a 1-run lead. Ed Summers back on top of the mound for the Tigers. Art Devlin Second in the order, third baseman, and leading off top of the fifth for the Giants. Stuff's getting tilted around. It usually does because I'm left-handed, so I like writing like that. Never stay straight. Art Devlin takes the pitch from Summers, 3-8, and leads off with a walk. It's Double-A, so Stanage is going to put the hold on him. That's going to be a 113 safe. He's going to go for it. He's trying to steal second, and he does so. Devlin with the stolen base, that aforementioned speed that Eric at Higher Ground Gaming was talking about there. Dan Douglas, how's it going this evening? Glad you can make it, my friend. We are rolling some dead ball league. Top of the fifth. 05 Giants over the 09 Tigers 2-1. Sam Mertz batting. Art Devlin on with a walk and stole second. Mertz takes the pitch from Ed Summers. 2-8, pops it up behind third. Easy play for Charlie O'Leary. Gets underneath it. And that is one out. George Brown, 293 batter. Summers, here is the pitch. 6-6, pops it up behind third. Looks like O'Leary able to make that play as well. 2 away. And Art Devlin, third baseman, is out there on second saying, come on, hit me home. Dan McGann, first baseman, lost sight of the white die. 110, and that is a double. Low on the double homer split, but that is enough to bring Devlin home. Another run scored for the Giants. They've got a 3-1 lead. Catcher Roger Bresnahan. Ed Summers doesn't want to repeat the third here. 5-11 grounder hit hard to first. Tom Jones is a 2 with an 8. Jones gets it, and he scoops it over to Delahanty covering. Call that out number 3. But the Giants do tack on another run. 3-1, we go to the bottom of the fifth. And Bob Franklin in the chat. How is it going this evening, sir? Glad you could make it. Glad you could join us. Joe Delahanty, second baseman for the Tigers, leading off bottom of the fifth. We'll have Delahanty and Summers at the bottom of the order and then back up to Bush at the top. 3-1 Giants. 2-11 Delahanty, hard grounder hit to short. Dolan scoops it up over to McGann, out number 1. Brings up Ed Summers, pitcher versus pitcher. 3-8 strikeout. 2 away. McGinnity blows one by him high. He swung for it. Donnie Bush shortstop. 3-7 misses a skinny little single split there. Hard liner hit to short. Dolan gets his glove all over it, and that is going to 1, 2, 3, the bottom of the fifth. We go to the top of the sixth. Giants have a 2-run lead. All righty. Ed Summers on the hill for Detroit. Art Devlin, New York Giants, third baseman, is not leading off. I have put my cards out of order here. Bresnahan, Strang, Dolan, pitcher, Donlin. Okay, Sammy Strang is leading off. They're all drunk. All right, Mr. Brody needs a walk. See you in a sec, Eric, when you get back. Sammy Strang leading off, top of the sixth, and that is 4-10. Hard grounder hit to third, which will be O'Leary at a 2 with a 20. Roll it again. A 2 with a 17, scoops it up, gets it over to Jones, out number 1. Bill Dolan, shortstop, 8th in the order, lost the white die. Able to retrieve it. And just roll it. 6-4, fly ball to center field. Back goes Sam Crawford, gets underneath that one, makes the catch. That's 2 away. And that's a E2 scored on Strat-o-matic Delaware for dropping the die. That was Eric's idea. I really like that. E0, Strat Delaware. We've got Joe McGinnity facing Summers, 3-11 and a single. For the Giants pitcher, his second single in a row. Mike Turkey Donlin would really like to extend this inning a little bit more. Up pitch from Summers, 2-2. Ground ball hit back to the box. Summers scoops it up over to Tom Jones. Out number 3. Nothing going for New York. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers looking to get back into this one before it gets a little too late in the game. Jim Delahanty, second baseman, leading off, second in the order. No, I've done it again. Keep doing this. Sam Crawford is leading off. That's weird. I did something different. I want to make sure that's right. Yeah, Devlin. All right. Whatever habit it was, I broke it. 4-6 strikeout of Crawford. Goes down swinging. Misses a slider out of the zone. Ty Cobb, right fielder. 5-4 fly ball to right field. Back goes George Brown. Gets underneath it. Makes the catch. That's 2 away. Cobb with a single so far tonight. Caught stealing second. Charlie O'Leary, third baseman. 4th in the order. 6-8. Misses a single split. Hardliner hit the second. Strang gets his glove out there. Prevents the base hit. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. That is 9-10 batters in a row retired for Joe McGinnity. So it looks like the pitchers might be settling in here. McGinnity anyway. Summers, I wouldn't call it settled in, but they've been able to prevent the Giants from scoring too many runs. Top of the 7th, Art Devlin. And we've got a 2-8. That's going to be a pop-up behind third. Charlie O'Leary gets underneath it. He calls off Donnie Bush, makes the catch. 1 away. Left fielder Sam Mertz. RBI single the second time up. 4-11 goes down swinging this time. Summers with the heat. Brings up George Brown, right fielder, 2 away. 2-9, and Brown with a 2-out single. That's his third base hit of the game. Led off top of the second with a single and then a double in that run-scoring inning on the third. Now he is on first again. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Brings up Dan McGann, first baseman. 6-8. Pops it up behind first. Tom Jones smacks his mitt. Makes the catch. Giants unable to plate any runs. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. At the old ball game. Itinerant hobbyist, welcome to the chat room, good sir. Glad you can make it. Another channel well worth checking out. He does some strat baseball, some what has he been playing? Inside pitch lately, I think. He's got some great tabletop videos for Avalon Hill style military simulations. Fantastic channel, Itinerant hobbyist. Check him out. Definitely check him out. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. I really like to see the like button. It's good for my self-esteem. Tom Jones, third baseman, leading off, bottom of the 7th inning. That is a 5-4 fly ball to right field. Back goes George Brown, gets underneath it and makes the catch. 1 away. Oscar Stanich, catcher, facing Joe McGinnity. You are welcome for the shout out, Itinerant hobbyist. I mean, we're a community, man, and we're really doing it. So try to throw it out there for as many of you guys as possible. Hopefully we build our subscription base. 5-7 McGinnity, grounder to short. That is going to be Bill Dolan is a 2 with a 5. Gets it, scoops it up over to McGann. That is out number 2. Stanage goes down. Forced at first. Matty McIntyre, left fielder. McGinnity with the pitch. 3-6 and draws a 2-out walk. Both pitchers going strong. No need to take either one out yet. Giants are halfway through the order, 4th time. Tigers are coming up on the bottom of the order for the 3rd time. Jim Delahanty, 4-6, 2 outs, and he goes down swinging. McGinnity with the strikeout. Tigers cannot play to run in the 7th. So they are running out of time. That goes there. We go to the top of the 8th. Ed Summers still on the hill for Detroit. Catcher Roger Bresnahan. Leading off, 6th in the order. Facing Summers, 4-8, and that's going to be a leadoff single for the catcher. His 3rd time on base. He's 1 for 2 so far with 2 walks, and one of those walks was an RBI. Bases were loaded, and he got on base with a walk. Sammy Strang, man on first. He's going to lay down the bunt. 7 is a good bunt. It is down the first base line. It is fielded by Jones. Has no time to go for Bresnahan going to second. Gets it to Delahanty covering. So that is 1 away. Bresnahan on second in scoring position. Summers really doesn't want to give any more runs up. Dolan, shortstop, 1-8, and there's a walk. Files in line right behind Bresnahan. 2 on, 1 out. Joe McGinnity up to the plate. He's going to stay in. He's going to lay down the bunt. And a good bunt it is. 5. Right back to the box. Summer bobbles it. Cannot get. Bresnahan going to third. Gets it over to first to Jones. McGinnity makes it happen. Sorry to Delahanty covering on the play. 2 men in scoring position. 2 sacrifice bunts. Small ball at its greatest. Let's just see if Turkey Donlin is able to extend the inning. Summers is staying in. Donlin a 356. Devlin a 246. He's going to walk Donlin. He's going to load the bases. Which will bring us to Art Devlin. 3-8, a walk. An RBI walk, 2nd of the game. Roger Bresnahan scores. Giants go up 4-1. Brings up Sam Mertz. Summers is on a short leash. 2-5, fly ball to left field. Back goes Matty McIntyre. He smacks his mitt, looks up, waits for the ball to fall into his glove. That ends it, but the Giants put 1 more across the plate. 4-1, going to the bottom of the 8th. Summers is up, and I think Summers is going to get pinch hit for. I do believe. So let's do that. Summers is getting pinch hit for. Who are we going to bring in to pinch hit for Summers? Let me look through everybody here. Bosch Schmitz at 209. Heine Beckendorf at 259. 79, 258. And we got 1 more back there. Joe Casey, 5 at bats. Zip, zip, zip. I'm thinking catcher Heine Beckendorf is going to come in, pinch hit for the beleaguered Ed Summers. So let me make those changes. Beckendorf. Pinch hit. He is a 9E. Fat slab of catcher. Not going to be doing a lot of running, but he may get on base. Okay, Beckendorf facing McGinnity. That is a 4-7. Grounder hit to second. Sammy Strang's a 3 with a 20. Roll it again. 3 with a 12. And out with no runners on base. 4. Okay, so Strang gets it to McGann, out number 1. All right, and that's a placeholder. Donnie Bush, shortstop. Trying to get this going against McGinnity. 2-8 and draws a walk. Patience pays off. Trots down to first base. Sam Crawford, center fielder, 1 out. Yes, intentional walks make me nervous. But you know what? There is a game. Look in my greatest hits playlist, Itinerant Hobbyist. There is one baseball game in there. And I think the Mets are involved. And you're going to see how I made the intentional walk work perfectly. There's one game in there, one baseball game. There's only 2 or 3 videos. It's easy to find. There's one baseball game, and the 15 Mets were involved. I really believe it was 15 Mets and 15 Dodgers, I think. Check it out. I made the intentional walk work perfectly, and I think twice in that game. Need to check it out. Sam Crawford just dropped something, and I don't know what it was. Doesn't really matter. Okay, here we go. Sam Crawford, 1 away. Bottom of the 8th. 1-9. Fly ball to center field. Mike Donlin gets underneath it. That is out number 2. Ty Cobb. But yeah, Strat-o-matic's greatest hits. That's the playlist. Anything where anything phantasmagorical happened in a game, I put it in that playlist, and it was phantasmagorical. Ty Cobb, 2 outs, top of the 8th, 5-4. Cannot extend the inning. Fly ball to right field. George Brown gets underneath it. That is out number 3. 4-1 your score going to the top of the 9th. Bedink goes there. Relief pitcher coming in for the Tigers is going to be somebody good. Mullen, I'm thinking Ed Killian. He's a 171. Let's throw him to the dogs. Ed Killian is coming in. Summers pitched 8. On tap for the loss, unless the Tigers come out of this tailspin. Ed Killian is on the hill. And but yes, intentional walks make me nervous. But when they pay off, it is so gloriously beautiful. George Brown facing Killian. 3-6 single leadoff. Top of the 9th. Dan McGann, first baseman. And as long as the Giants live off their own cards, there's not much the Tigers can do about it. They've really been rolling the batter's cards a lot in this game. 5-7 a single. George Brown is a 116. He makes it to third. Men at the corners. No outs. Roger Bresnahan, the catcher. 1 for 2. RBI walk. Single and a run scored. 4-8. Misses a skinny single split. Hardliner hit to second. Probably the best thing that could happen in that situation to get him to 1 out. Delahanty saved that one. Sammy Strang, second baseman, 7th in the order, 1 out, top of the 9th. Killian would love to ground into a double play here. 1-6 does so. Hits it to Bush, gets it to Delahanty at second, makes the turn to Jones, and they double up on McGann. That is out number 2 and 3. Killian gets out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Do or die time for Detroit. Oh, I'm going to keep them coming. I'm not quitting anytime soon. I may take a little hiatus here and there every once in a while. Nothing like the one I had last year. But I will keep them coming. This is my solemn vow. Charlie O'Leary, third baseman. 3-10, hard grounder hit to third. Scooped up by Art Devlin. Gets it over to Dan McGann. That is 1 away. Aish. Tom Jones, 259. Man, Detroit does not have much of a bench. Stanage, McIntyre. Al, how is it doing this evening? Bottom of the 9th. You really had to show up now. Whenever Al shows up, goes into extra innings, Tigers are coming back. That's all there is to it. Tigers are coming back. Geez. Thanks, Al. Oh, man. Al showed up and I rolled a 20-inning game. I love you, Al. All righty, here. Now, stop it. You don't smell extras. I don't want to hear that. Tom Jones, first baseman, 3-8 single. Al, I swear, I go extras. I'm banning you from the channel. Oscar Stanich, the catcher, 1-7. Hard grounder hit to third. Fielded cleanly by Art Devlin. He gets it to second. Strang, and Jones kicks him in the leg a little bit. He's not able to get the throw over to McGann. They do get the out going to second. Fielder's choice for Stanage. 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. This is it. Matty McIntyre, 244 batter. He's facing McGinnity. Here we go. McGinnity gets the signal in from Roger Bresnahan. He looks over to first to freeze Stanage tight a little bit. Fat slab of catcher. He's not going anywhere quick. Here's the windup, the kick, the pitch, 4-8, and a 2-star single for Matty McIntyre. Knocks Oscar Stanage around to third. 2 outs, men at the corners, 3-run lead, tying run at the plate, and second baseman Jim Delahanty. And there is a couple of home runs on the table. Just pointing that out for Al. Jim Delahanty, second baseman, 1-11, hard liner. Hit the right field, no. Second baseman Sammy Strang gets over to it, gets his glove on it, makes the catch. That ends the inning, ends the game. Boonk. Whoa, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Okay, you guys go there. All right, cool. So let's clean this up, do some quick stats, and then we will go on to game 2 here, everybody. You go there. I'll clean you guys up in a second. You're good. Let's see what we've got here. So your final score, New York Giants 4, Detroit Tigers 1. 2 errors for New York, none for Detroit. Let's count up some batting. We've got Donlin at 1 for 4. He's got a run scored. He's got a strikeout and a walk. Again, bear in mind, guys, live stream, so I need you guys. Jonathan Vanderzeel, welcome to the chat. ID Jester, welcome to the chat. Need you guys thinking about who to vote for player of the game. We do that on my live streams. Art Devlin is 0 for 3, but he does have a run scored, a run batted in, stolen base, 2 walks. Sam Mertz 1 for 5 with an RBI, a run scored, strikeout. George Brown 4 for 5 with a double. Not involved in any scoring, though. Dan McGann is 2 for 4. He's got a RBI. He's got a double. He's got a walk. Roger Bresnahan, 1 for 3. Run scored, run batted in, 2 walks. Sammy Strang is 0 for 4 with a sacrifice hit. Bill Donlin is 0 for 3. He's got a walk. Joe McGinnity, starting pitcher and 1-run winner, who will probably get the vote, I'm sure. He is 2 for 4. No, 2 for 3 with a sacrifice hit. So that is 4, 7. Now I'm doing it bats. 1, 2, 8, 9, 11 hits for the Giants, which means Killian gave up 2 hits and nothing else. So in the loss, Ed Summers, and that is a complete game and a win. In the loss, Ed Summers gives up 11 hits and 2 runs. 4 runs. Sorry about that. I got to get the correction tape out. Four runs. They are all earned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 walks. Struck out 2. No homers. All righty. Let's do Detroit batting. Dan the Man McGann gets a vote for player of the game. 2 for 4. RBI double and a walk. Ahead of Joe McGinnity with the complete game 1-run win. And not too shabby as far as the numbers that'll go along with that. Let's get to that promptly. We've got Donnie Bush 0 for 2. Stolen base, 2 walks. We've got Sam Crawford 0 for 4. Strikeout. We've got Ty Cobb 1 for 4. Caught stealing and a strikeout. We've got George Moriarty 0 for 1 before the injury. And Charlie O'Leary 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And we have Tom Jones as 2 of 4. A run scored. We have Oscar Stanage at 0 for 3 with a sacrifice hit. Matty McIntyre 1 for 3. He had a walk. Jim Delahanty, second baseman. He is 1 of 4 with an RBI, the only RBI of the game for the Tigers. Strikeout. We've got Ed Summers as 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and pinch hitter Heine Beckendorf 0 for 1 with the grounder to second. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits yielded by Joe McGinnity in 9 innings pitched. 1 run, and it was not an earned run. 1, 2, 3 walks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. Dan McGann or Joe McGinnity? Yeah, I'm seeing Eric. Yeah, Joe McGinnity is the MVP. He reversed his. I'll give everyone about 10 seconds or so for the lapse here. Let's vote for this, and then we'll get right on to game 2. But I'm seeing Joe McGinnity as the player of the game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, we'll call that definitely Joe McGinnity, player of the game. Starting pitchers get that a lot in this. Joe and Joe, Jonathan Vander Zeel and Al Red Sox fan agree. Awesome. So let's get game 2 ready to roll. Got everything pretty much. We need to change third base. Charlie O'Leary is going to be starting. So let me take care of that, and then we can get right to this. Killian is Tigers. Go back in the bullpen. George Mullen will be starting for Detroit, and he is a 3. And on the hill for the Giants, Christy Mathewson. He is a 4, so I can take that batting card and just flip it right on over. Boom. He's a 4's already up. Okay, cool. All right, let me write in Charlie O'Leary, and we'll get right to it here, guys. Leary, third base 2, I believe he was. I'm not going to trust my memory. 14B. Would put him at the bottom of the order being a 203 batter, but that would take a whole lot of change in here. I don't worry about doing that. Bat them where they are. So we need to keep you there. That's about right. Which makes that about right. And that not happening yet. That can come down a little. That can come here. All right, here we go. Second game of the doubleheader. George Mullen on the hill for the Tigers. That can there. That can there. All right, we're doing it. It's good enough. Mike Donlin, Turkey Donlin leading off. Here we go, game 2. Mathewson pitches a lot of gems for me. He does. That flipped. That's a 5-7, and that is a hard grounder hit to second. X result. Delahanty's a 2 with a 3, and he gets it, scoops it over to Jones for out number 1. Art Devlin at the plate. Third baseman, 3-4, draws a walk. Stanage and Mullen are going to put the hold on him. That's going to make it a 1-15. He's going to try to steal second. Oh, he's going to be thrown out by Stanage. Tripped trying to get the jump, I guess. Man, stumbled halfway to second. Regained his footing, but he lost that step. Throw came in. Beautiful tag placed on him by Delahanty. 2 outs. Sam Mertz, 5-7. Hard grounder hits a second. That's going to be Delahanty again with a 2 and a 9. Scoops it up, gets it over to Tom Jones. Out number 3, and Delahanty busy here, top of the first. That's going to be 4-7. 6-5 for those of you who are keeping track. Giants after the first game are 4-7. Tigers dropped to 6-5 out of second place. But that's going to be one, well, not 1, 2, 3, but 3 batters the end of the top of the first. Christy Mathewson takes the hill. Original Hall of Famer. Donnie Bush, shortstop, leading off for the Tigers. 3-8, and he leads off with a walk. Bresnahan and Mathewson put on the hold, takes him to a 1-13. And he's going to try to steal and do so successfully. Bush on second. Crawford, a 3-14 batter. He is swinging. 3-9. Catches a single split. 1 star, though, so that's going to hold Bush at third. Ty Cobb comes to the plate. 5-9 hard grounder hit to second. That is going to be to Strang. Sorry. C, and they get Cobb going to first, but runners advance a base. So that is going to be a 4-3. And man on second, 1 out. Charlie O'Leary, backup third baseman. 2-2, pops it up behind home plate. Roger Bresnahan throws off his mask, gets behind it, throws up his glove, waits for it to fall into the mitt. 2 away. Tigers have plated a run. First baseman Tom Jones comes up to face Christy Mathewson. Crawford on second. 3-7, fat single split, 1-17. He catches it. 1 star, knocks Crawford to third. Mathewson would love to get out of this inning with only a run. Oscar Stanage, catcher, comes to the plate. 2-7, fly ball to left field. Back goes Sam Mertz, close to the foul line. He gets underneath it, makes the catch. That's going to end the inning, but the Tigers do play to run. 1-0 going to the top of the second inning. Mullen back on the hill for the Stripes, the Striped Tigers, the Daniel Striped Tigers. George Brown, right field. And I can't see it. There it is, 5-7. Hard grounder hit to second. And Delahanty being put to work again. 2 with a 17, scoops it up, gets it over to Jones, out number 1. Tigers. This has been the Jim Delahanty show in the field. And again, first baseman, 1-11. Pops it up behind third and gives someone else a chance to do something. O'Leary drifts underneath it, makes the catch. That is 2 away. Roger Bresnahan, catcher. 2-4. And there's a single for the catcher. 2-out single, top of the second. Sammy Strang, second baseman. 7th in the order, facing Mullen. George Mullen with the pitch, 2-8, and that's going to be a 2-star single for Strang. Bresnahan gets around to third, man at the corners, 2 out, top of the second. Shortstop Bill Dolan, 8th in the order. Like to caught the red die. Nice save by strat-o-matic Delaware. 1-2, pops it up behind short. Easy play for Donnie Bush, makes the catch, but Dolan looks like he was kind of twinged a little bit with that swing. He's going to be out of the game. They're going to set him down. Top of the second. Let me make that defensive adjustment real quick, if I may, and then we will continue. Short stop. We may get some interesting playing here. Billy Gilbert at second. Frank Bowerman at second. Offa Neal at second. Didn't have any batting whatsoever, really. I think Billy Gilbert is going to come in and Strang is going to have to move over. Strang is going to have to move over to short. So Strang is going to play shortstop at a 4. Billy Gilbert will play second base at a 2. And he is a 16 running, B stealing. All right, that'll do it. Yep, give me a moment, and we'll go right to the bottom of the second. No runs scored by the Giants. Still 1-0 Detroit. Christy Mathewson does not want to repeat this. All righty. IDJ, I don't know if you know, but Eric at Higher Ground Gaming, he is running an action PC replay for the 1905 Giants. And when you play a good team long enough, you just know who the backups are. You know them in and out. And I do have 2 guys riding the pine. I don't know if they're going to make appearances or not, but a couple of outfielders. One's name is, some guy named John McGraw, and the other is Archie Graham. I may throw him in at some point just to have him in the series. Matty McIntyre, left fielder, leading off, bottom of the second. 1-3 walk. Works the count. Gets on base. He's a B stealer. Delahanty. 232 is going to lay down the bunt. 6, it is a successful bunt down to third base line. Devlin running in for the dribbler. No chance to get McIntyre going to second. Gets it to Billy Gilbert covering on the play. So that's a 5-4 sack hit. McIntyre gets to second. Yes, that would be Moonlight Graham, Dave. He was on the team, on the computer, on the PC, and the Strat Card Viewer app. He was not carded for the old-time teams. So I went through and I combined verse left and verse right to round out the rosters as largely as I could. So now I have a card for Moonlight Graham with this set. It indicates the 1 at bat, 0 hits. I mean, it really, if they didn't get a hit, I didn't give them a hit. All right, Delahanty with the sacrifice hit, 1 away, man on second. Here comes George Mullen, starter for the Tigers. Tigers pitching ace, 5-7 off Mathewson's card. And that's going to be a hard liner hit to second. Easy play, hit right at Billy Gilbert's glove. That is 2 away. McIntyre holds at second, brings up Donnie Bush, shortstop. 3-9 draws a walk. His second walk of the game, right in line behind McIntyre. And I'll show you what I use. I buy them from Strat-o-matic. They really come in handy. Oh, the D20 almost went for a roll. 3-4, and that's a 2-star single for Sam Crawford. RBI single. Gets Bush around to third. McIntyre is going to score. Tigers go up 2-0. Christy Mathewson getting belted early here. Ty Cobb at the plate. He's overdue for a hit. Drama. 1-4. Hard grounder hit to third. Scooped up by Art Devlin. Gets it over to McGann for out number 3. Tigers played another run. They've got a 2-run score. Go to the top of the third. Now, when I go through and I make these cards, a long time ago, and I had never gotten around to using them, I purchased from Strat-o-matic like 5 or 6 sets of the blank baseball player cards without names or anything. And it gives you like a power good. So he's got some home runs on this card. Average 290, walk frequency good, strikeout frequency poor. So he's got a few strikeouts, like his 5, 6, 7 on a 3 column here. And you get a player that's close to this. You can tweak it a little bit. If he had a double, he didn't have any home runs, you might scratch out the home run and then the double split. I mean, you can get it closer what it actually is, especially for backup players that you may not use that much. But I just like having the roster filled out. Saying they've also got pitching cards, but you can buy these from Strat-o-matic, the blank player cards, if you want to fill out any of your rosters. And again, I based it from the Strat Card Viewer app, so I could really get an idea of what it should look like and get a card that's real close to it. And you know, it's not players that are going to be playing a lot in 162 games, so it's not really going to matter. They're going to do really well in one at bat. They're going to be out in another. All right, here we go. George Mullen facing Christy Mathewson at the plate. White die went out. White die is in. 6-3. Mathewson just misses the home run split. Fly ball to left field. Back is McIntyre racing towards the wall. Makes the catch on the run. Bounces off the wall. Brings it back into the infield. 1 away. Mathewson just caught that one right. Almost out of the park. Mike Turkey Donlin, center fielder, 6-9. And that's going to be a line out to third. Snagged by Charlie O'Leary. Line out 5. I'll make sure I can read that. I can't read that. Sorry about that. Line 5. 2 outs. Going to bring up Art Devlin. 2-4. Fly ball left field. Underneath it is Matty McIntyre. That is out number 3. Nothing going for the Giants. We go to the bottom of the third. Yes, I liked it when triples were the home run. I liked it when triples were the home run. Clear the bases. Clear loaded bases. Score 3 runs. Hit one to the corner, race it around the bags. Charlie O'Leary, third baseman, leading off. Bottom of the third, 5-5 on Mathewson card is a fly ball to right field. George Brown gets underneath it, out number 1. Tom Jones, first baseman. Mathewson needs to get a handle on this game. 5-11, catcher's card X. Bresnahan is a 1 with a 10. And he chases the dribbler down, gets it to McGann, a step ahead of Jones. That is out number 2. Oscar Stanage, catcher. 2-6. Grounder hit hard to short, scooped up by Sammy Strang over to Dan McGann for out number 3. And the Tigers go down 1-2-3. And Mathewson looks a little bit relieved as he's trotting over to the dugout. John McGraw's volume meter came down about 2 notches from being pegged as it was. Sam Mertz, left fielder, third in the order, leading off top of the fourth against George Mullen. 6-10 on Mullen's card. Fly ball to center field. Crawford gets underneath it. Makes that play. That is out number 1. George Brown, right fielder. Mullen takes the signal from Standish. There is the pitch. 1-6. Hard liner hit to second, and looks like trying to get the right team. Doubleheader gets his glove all over it. 2 away. Brings us to Dan McGann, first baseman. That's a 6-4. Misses a skinny little homer split. Fly ball to left field. Matty McIntyre gets underneath it. 1-2-3 go the Giants. Mullen has retired the last 7 batters in a row. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Christy Mathewson back on the hill for the Giants. Really trying to make this another win. Get closer to 500. Matty McIntyre, left fielder, 7th in the order. Bottom of the fourth. 3-12. Hard grounder hit to first. Dan McGann comes up with it. Beats him to the bag to force him. That's 1 away. Jim Doubleheader, second baseman. Christy Mathewson with the kick. The pitch. 4-9. Pop up behind first. Dan McGann gets underneath it. Slaps his glove. Lets gravity do the rest. That is 2 down. Here comes George Mullen. Christy Mathewson with the pitch. 4-4. Mullen ekes out a single. A seeing eye single up the middle. Just past Gilbert and Strang. Pitcher hopefully trying to help himself here a little bit. Donnie Bush, shortstop. 4-5. A single for Bush. Mullen gets to second. 2 outs, he'd be a 1-12. Nope, they're going to hang tight. They're going to hold him at second base. Sam Crawford is going to come up. Facing Mathewson, who is suddenly in trouble again. 4-6, another single. Bases loaded. Number 9, Ty Cobb. Here we go. Christy Mathewson wants this inning over. 6-7 and catches Cobb, swinging at 1 out of the zone. And Christy Mathewson rubs his sleeve on his forehead, swiping off the sweat from his brow as he comes walking back into the dugout. That was a close one. Tigers were poised on the precipice to explode offensively. And Mathewson just finally was able to bring that in. He's not on his game today. Top of the fifth, catcher Roger Bresnahan. 1-8 hard grounder hit to short. Bush scoops it up over to Tom Jones. 1 away. Sammy Strang, second baseman, playing short. Mullen with the pitch. 6-11. Fly ball to right field. Cobb is underneath it. He's at 2 with a 7. He smacks his mitt. He stabs at it. Makes the catch. That's 2 away. Billy Gilbert, second baseman, in for the injured Bill Dolan. Mullen with the pitch. 1-6. Fly ball to left field. Matty McIntyre gets underneath it. Makes the catch. 1-2-3. Go the Giants. And George Mullen continues his trip of domination. 10 straight batters set down. Go to the bottom of the fifth. Tigers are up 2-0. Christy Mathewson back on the hill. Michael Butler, good evening. Glad you can make it to the chat this evening. First game since you weren't here, the New York Giants over the Detroit Tigers 4-1 on 4 runs spread out throughout the game. And here we are in game 2, going to the bottom of the fifth. The Tigers are up 2-0. Charlie O'Leary is facing Christy Mathewson on the hill for the Giants, he's struggling today. He really is. 5-7, and that would be a line out to second. Gilbert gets his glove, stabs at it, makes the catch. 1 away. Tom Jones, first baseman. Bottom of the 5th. 5th in the order. Mathewson, signal from Bresnahan. The kick, the pitch. 5-9. That may have flipped, but I didn't see what it was. Ground ball to second, and that's going to be Gilbert over to McGann for out number 2. Even though I cut this sucker down by about a ½ inch, I still can't see him if they're right in there. Got to scoot them out, and every once in a while they catch and flip. Oscar Stanage, catcher. 4-8 off Mathewson's card. Fly ball to center field. Mike Donlin, Turkey Donlin, gets underneath it and makes the catch. Mathewson gets away with a 1-2-3 inning. No drama for John McGraw that inning, so he may go home and only drink a couple of pints. George Mullen. Facing Christy Mathewson. Mathewson 1-5, and Mathewson with a single. Both pitchers with a hit in this game so far. Mike Turkey Donlin, man on first, taking a swing at Mullen. 2-7, and fly ball to right field. Back goes Ty Cobb, gets underneath it. He makes that catch. Mathewson trots back to first. Art Devlin, third baseman, is up. Takes the pitch from Mullen. 4-4, draws a walk. So 2 men on, 1 out. Top of the 6th. Giants have some business here. Sam Mertz, left fielder. I'm going to lay down a bunt. Call that a 7. And we'll call that a down the first base line. Fielded by Jones. He's not able to get to second or third. Gets it to Delahanty covering. So that's a 3-4 sacrifice hit. Moves Devlin to second. Moves Mathewson to third. Brings up right fielder George Brown. 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Giants with a chance to get back into this game. Mullen from Stanage gets the sign, the kick, the pitch. 3-6. Grounder hit to third. Scooped up by Charlie O'Leary. Gets it over to Tom Jones to end the inning. Giants cannot capitalize. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Tigers are just cruising. Oh. Christy Mathewson still on the hill for the Giants, but he's on a short leash. They're keeping an eye on him. Here we go. Matty McIntyre, left fielder, 2-5, goes down swinging at the knee cheese. That's 1 away. Jim Delahanty, second baseman. Mathewson with the pitch, 6-7. Another strikeout. Mathewson coming alive. We shall see. George Mullen at the plate. Could very well be another weak ground ball hit back to the mound. Mathewson scoops it up. Pumps once, gets it over to McGann at first, and that ends the inning. 7 batters in a row for Mathewson. Has he finally settled down? Or the Tigers, have they scored what they're going to score? We shall see. George Mullen trots back out to the hill for Detroit to start the top of the 7th inning. Dan McGann, first baseman, is leading off at the knee cheese. That's right, Al. Here we go. Dan McGann leading off. That is 6-10. That is fly ball to center field. That is Sam Crawford makes a catch. That is 1 away. Catcher Roger Bresnahan. George Mullen. Signal from Stanage. The kick. The pitch. 1-7. Ground ball hit hard to third. O'Leary knocks it down, picks it up. Rifle throw to Jones at first. Beats Bresnahan by a step. That is 2 away. Sammy Strang, second baseman. Mullen with the pitch. That is 2-9, and that is in there for a single. Strang with his second base hit of the day. Only the fourth one Mullen has issued. Billy Gilbert, second baseman, would like to extend this inning. George Mullen, the windup, the kick, the pitch, and the dice are so excited to be being rolled this evening. Hard grounder hit to Donnie Bush, scoops it up over to Tom Jones to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the seventh. At the old ball game. All righty. Christy Mathewson trots back out to the hill. Takes a couple of warm-up pitches with Roger Bresnahan. Bresnahan throws down a second around the horn. And back to Christy on the hill. Donnie Bush, leadoff batter, shortstop. Leading off bottom of the seventh inning. There's the pitch from Mathewson. 2-7, hard grounder hit too short. That is scooped up by Sammy Strang. Gets it over to Dan McGann for out number 1. Sam Crawford, center fielder, strides out to the plate. Mathewson, the windup, the pitch, 4-9. Pops it up behind first. Dan McGann gets underneath it. Makes that play. That is 2 away. Ty Cobb comes to the plate. Mathewson, the windup, the pitch. The D20 is excited. 2-6, fly ball to right field. Back goes George Brown. He gets underneath it at the foul line. Near the wall, makes the play. And Mathewson sets the Tigers down 1-2-3. We haven't heard that much tonight. It's what we're used to hearing. It's good to see that he's finally settled down. It's good to see that he only gave up 2 runs in the midst of settling down. We go to the top of the 8th. George Mullen, both aces still going for their respective teams. Mathewson is going to bat. 1-11. Hard grounder hit to short. Bush scoops it up, gets it over to Jones. Out number 1. They've got faith in Christy Mathewson. He's staying in the game. Turkey Mike Donlin, center fielder. 1 away. Top of the 8th. 4-11. Hard grounder back to the box. That's going to be Mullen at a 2 with an 8. Scoops it up. Drops it, picks it up, gets it over to Jones just in time to force Donlin. Out number 2, Art Devlin, third baseman, facing George Mullen. 2 outs, top of the 8th. The pitch, 1-4. Misses a skinny split for a homer. Fly ball to left field. Matty McIntyre races in to get underneath it. Catches it on the run. So that is going to be scoreless in the 8th for the Giants. They've got one more chance. Christy Mathewson still on the hill. Realistically, to this point, he's only faced 4 more batters than George Mullen has. Well, he's settled down. Jonathan Vanderzeel starts a wave. Wave! Yeah. Wave, people. There it is. Charlie O'Leary leading off bottom of the 8th. Third baseman. 4th in the order for the injured George Moriarty. 2-8. Hard grounder hit the 3rd. Easy play for Art Devlin. Gets it to McGann for out number 1. Tom Jones, first baseman, facing Christy Mathewson. The pitch. 6-8. Strikeout. Mathewson seems to have regained his form. He's found that inner confidence. Juan Redmond, glad to see you make the chat this evening. Fantastic. How are you doing, sir? It's been a while. Good to see you, Juan. Glad you could make it. Oscar Stanage, catcher, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. That is a 3-9. Another strikeout for Mathewson. Mathewson seems to have finally found his stride. That's 13 batters in a row, 5 strikeouts. I think they were wise in leaving him in the game. Now we go to the top of the 9th. For the Giants, it's do or die time. George Mullen is staying on the hill. Heart of the order, Sam Mertz, left field. 3rd in the order is facing Mullen. The pitch from Mullen, 5-8, pops it up behind short. Donnie Bush tracks over underneath it. He calls off Jim Delahanty, makes the catch. 1 away. George Brown, right fielder, strides out to the plate, takes a couple of warm-up hacks. Mullen gets his sign in from Oscar Stanage, likes what he gets the first call. The windup, the kick, the pitch, 2-6, and it is a single. Brown loops in a single. Man on first. First baseman Dan McGann comes in. George Mullen gets the ball back from Stanage. He's looking over to Brown to keep him froze on first a little bit. McGann takes the pitch from Mullen, 4-7, and that's going to be a single. And Brown is a 116. And he is on third. 1 out. Top of the ninth. Men at the corner. Tying run on first. Roger Bresnahan, catcher, comes to the plate, and he is good at the bat. He's 302 in 1905. Wilson. Do you do it? Because Sammy Strang is up next. Wilson walks Bresnahan. Wilson walks Bresnahan. Sammy Strang is up. Infield in. 1-5 single. Brown scores. McGann is a 112. He's going to hold at third. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1 run across, 2-1 Tigers. Billy Gilbert is up. The dice are going crazy. 2-8 single. McGann scores. Bresnahan is a 1-13. There's 1 out. He's going home. And we've got a ball game. Giants take a 3-2 lead. Mark the RBIs. Giants take a 3-2 lead. Christy Mathewson at the plate. He's going to bat. He's going to bunt. 7 lays it down the first base line. Tom Jones, unable to go to second or first, gets Mathewson. Second or third, rather, gets Mathewson at first with Delahanty covering the bag. Move Strang to second. Gilbert to third. George Mullen coming unraveled in the ninth. Mike Donlin is up. 2 outs. Batter, he's going to park him on first. 2 intentional walks. But now, you're not facing a 356 batter. Art Devlin, 246, third baseman. The pitch from Mullen, 2-10. Hard grounder hit to short. Donnie Bush gets on top of it, all over it, over to Tom Jones, out number 3. But the Giants have scored 3 in the top of the ninth. They will not go quietly into that night. Christy Mathewson. Christy Mathewson struggled early in the game, has found his form over the last 4.5 innings, and now the Tigers have to face him. And he's hot. Tigers going to bat. We're at the bottom of the order, just what the Tigers did not need. 7, hard grounder hit to the third, scooped up by Art Devlin, gets it over to Dan McGann. That is 1 away. To Jim Delahanty, the second baseman. Jim Delahanty stays in to bat. Christy Mathewson gets the signal in from Roger Bresnahan. The windup, the kick, the pitch. 110, pops it up behind short. Sammy Strang gets over underneath it. He makes the play. That is 2 away, and George Mullen is going to get pinch hit for. Bringing in Heine Beckendorf again. Nope, bringing in Davy Jones this time. Left fielder, outfielder. Mullen is done. He's been tagged just in case it goes. We'll mark him there. New pitcher. But Jones, Davy Jones. – 16, Bravo. 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 – 16, Br No men on, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. The Giants, total reversal of fortune, score 3 in the top of the inning, and now the Tigers are down by 1. Davy Jones, pinch hitter, facing Hall of Famer Christy Mathewson, gets the signs in from Roger Bresnahan, shakes off the first 2. He likes what he sees. The windup, the pitch, 3-12, and outside on the corner, ball 4. Jones takes a walk. Tigers extend the inning. Donnie Bush, shortstop, comes up, smacks the mud out of his cleats. Looking out to Mathewson, a couple of windup swings, swinging the stick in the direction of Mathewson forward as he warms up. Mathewson looks over to Jones to keep him closer to first. Here's the pitch. Donnie Bush connects. Catcher's card X. That'll be Bresnahan at a 1 with an 11. Pops it up. Bresnahan is looking for it, drifts behind home plate over towards the Tigers dugout, makes the catch. End of the game. And in what looked like a certain Tigers win turned into a Giants victory. Look at that. I'm going to have one of my favorite baseball movie quotes of all time. I have seen enough to know that I have seen too much. Dear Ness, that was a great game. Great couple of games. I enjoyed that. We're going to do the stats on this real quick. Vote for a player of the game. And then yield the YouTube to other channels. Oh, you go there. You go there. So that's going to be the New York Giants win 2 tonight. The Tigers lose 2. They drop to 6-6. The Giants are 5-7. So Mullen went 9, got the loss. Mathewson went 9, got the win. Complete game for each. Your final score is New York 3, Detroit 2. A cleanly fielded game. Let's find out the batting. Mike Donlin is 0 for 4. Art Devlin is 0 for 3. 2 walks and caught stealing. Sam Mertz is 0 for 3. Sacrifice hit. George Brown is 1 of 4. Runs scored. Dan McGann is 1 of 4. Runs scored. Roger Bresnahan is 1 of 3. Runs scored and a walk. Sammy Strang, 240 plus batter. This is a shortstop, 3 for 4 with an RBI. Bill Dolan, injured shortstop. He'll be back for the next series, though. He is 0 for 1. Billy Gilbert is 1 of 3. 2 RBI, game-winning RBI. Got a great hit there in the top of the ninth. And Christy Mathewson is 1 of 3 with a sacrifice hit. That means George Mullen walked 4, struck out none, gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned in his complete game loss. Let's see what Christy Mathewson did. Bush is 1 for 3, run scored, stolen base, 2 walks. Sam Crawford, 3 for 4 with an RBI. Ty Cobb, 0 for 4. RBI on the ground ball on the bottom of the first and struck out. Charlie O'Leary, 0 for 4. Tom Jones, first baseman, 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Oscar Stanage, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Matty McIntyre, 0 for 3, run scored, walk and a strikeout. Jim Delahanty is 0 for 3 with a sacrifice hit. George Mullen, 1 for 3, Davy Jones, 0 for 0 with a walk. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits yielded by Mathewson. 2 runs, all earned. Walked 1, 2, 3, 4. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4. Once he got warmed up, he struck out more than that. K. Strikeout for Doubleheader. Sorry about that. Oh, I knew he had more than 4. Not much more than 4, but I knew it was more than 4. 5, no homers. So, yeah, Mathewson is looking really good right there. Going to do his game. And I'm not going to be long, and I'm going to let everybody get to him. Yeah, great comeback. Great comeback both in the 9th inning by the bats in the middle and the bottom of the order, and also by Christy Mathewson recovering after that rocky start. I'm saying Christy Mathewson is going to get this one. No other vote. Yeah, Christy Mathewson's getting player of the game on that. He really is. Starting pitchers get it a lot in this league. So, guys, that is it. Balamo, Dead Ball League, Week 3, Game 2, just for my notes. But this is Chris, Strat-o-matic, Delaware. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening and making this game special. I really hope you enjoyed it. And check out the channels we mentioned earlier. Al Red Sox Fan is getting ready to run some PC, getting ready to run Royals and Red Sox right now. So check out his channel, Al Space Red Sox Fan. Higher Ground Gaming's got some action PC 1905 going. Check out Eric and Mr. Brody, his co-host. Here earlier, ID Jester, he's got some great stuff going on as well. Check out all the channels, my preferred channels. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. Check out these other channels because we've got a great community. We really do. Guys, again, Chris, Strat-o-matic, Delaware. Have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. Keep on rolling.